So this, let's say, email has been making the rounds, and it's disturbing for many reasons, but it's not going to be disturbing for the reasons that you expect. But this has connections to so much stuff that, yeah, it's like, sadly, people are not going to be prosecuted for this, but heads are going to roll. Let me explain. Okay, this is, let's take a look at this very short email first. To Jeffrey Epstein from a redacted sender. Thank you for a fun night. Your little girl was a little naughty. Sent from my iPhone. So my first impression, the very first way that I interpreted this was, okay, this was somebody who had a fun night thanks to Jeffrey Epstein. And a little girl was a little naughty. And of course, everybody assumes, because of the framing of all the Epstein files, that this was somebody who was, let's say, granted a little girl to do things, right? But then I got some comments about this, some replies that say you are forgetting one way to, let's say, read this. Like the person is talking about herself. This is a woman. Had a fun night. Your little girl, the woman herself, could call herself Epstein's little girl, was a little naughty. Again, I have no way of proving this, but when you read this, when you know how English works, this is a possibility. Again, I am not saying that that is the correct interpretation. I'm saying that there are two ways to interpret this email. So, I was asking the question, I can understand that the victims' names would be redacted, but thank you for a fun night. Your little girl was a little naughty is as far as one can imagine from what a victim or anyone remotely innocent would say. So why is the sender name redacted? Maybe it's redacted. Some people are saying maybe there's an ongoing investigation, and I forgot to mention that the Department of Justice not only released this was the batch of Epstein files. They stated, I was mistaken, apparently, about the nature of this batch of Epstein files. Apparently, this is the batch of Epstein files. Nothing else is going to be released. And they also said that they have met their legal obligations. Let's hear it from the deputy of the DOJ himself.
We have released, there are a small number of documents, as I said on Friday, that we're waiting for a judge to say we're allowed to release because of a protective order. But this review is over. I mean, we reviewed over 6 million pieces of paper, thousands of videos, tens of thousands of images, and which is what the statute required us to do. You know, it's interesting. Leadership on the Hill, Congressman Massey, Senator Schumer are quick to complain. There is no way they have spent any time looking at the materials we produce, because I know the materials we produce. We produced them on Friday. By Saturday, they're already complaining about what we did. And by the way, apparently Massey and others wrote a letter to come and review unredacted materials.
So here, not only said that they already released the batch, but also that their legal duties are done. This is done. This is pretty much done. Shout out to Ronnie Bergstrom, who had this, found this regarding the dates of the email that you saw originally, the email that kicked off this video was on March 11, 2014. All right, March 11, 2014. So it was in the morning. It's like 7 in the morning, 7 a.m. Okay. What could have happened the day before? And Ronnie found this. Okay, the day before. Thank you. It was a fun evening at the Hasty Pudding, and the pudding was delicious. Okay, I said, what is the Hasty Pudding? This is the same date as well. Okay, this people is pudding some kind of code for something, because you need to ask that kind of questions. And in fact, you see that Hasty Pudding event Monday. I began to see these details. Okay, effectively, days before, this was on March 7. All right. Jeffrey purchased a table for the Hasty Pudding event this coming Monday. Jeffrey will not be able to attend, but he wished to invite you. What is this? So, we're looking forward to the Hasty Pudding Institute of 1770 on Monday, March 10th at Jazz at Lincoln Center. Okay, so this was a public event. Yeah, interesting. An event that apparently Jeffrey Epstein was not going to attend. And you see that there were details of this event. And in fact, I searched for this on Google and found that, yeah, this is organized by the Hasty Pudding Institute, which that is a strange name, but okay. And there's this Order of the Golden Sphinx that every year they honor somebody. In 2014, they honored a guy called David Heyman. I really don't know who David Heyman is. I do know who Mark Anthony is, but again, this was a public event, and it seems that Jeffrey Epstein paid for the tables of, some people, including this, I guess, a woman who considers herself a Epstein's little girl. She attended the public event, and she was thanking Epstein for attending that public event. The timing would make sense. Again, I don't have way to 100% be sure of this, but the timing fits. But the thing doesn't end here. Because when you take a look, well, you can take a look that there are even videos of that event in YouTube. You see that Hasty Pudding Gala of 3/10/14 matches the date. You see that there's a concert. You see that in Getty Images, there are pictures of the event. Okay, so this was a very public event. People were having fun. What is this? And what is Hasty Pudding? And then I found this. Epstein gave it 225,000 more to Hasty Pudding than previously known. All right, so it was not only that Epstein paid for tables for people at these events. He was a donor of this. And what are we talking about here exactly? What are we talking about here exactly? I mean, let's see. I think that I can change here. Okay, this was not. This was the wrong. I will have to stay here. Forgot to clip this. But again, Hasty Pudding is an organization that they organize these things, and this one guy. This is like a kind of the head of the organization, Andrew Farkas. And it turns out that Epstein and Farkas were really close, and that's why this foundation had said that they had made. Let me see if I can find this somewhere. But it turns out that they have said that Epstein had donated only $100,000, but no, Epstein had donated way more than that. And I was asking why. What was the interest in this organization? When they were caught on that, there was, let's say, a story brought to light. Then they said, we're going to donate 50,000 to charities about, child abuse because we have nothing to do with Epstein. But this guy, Andrew Farkas, the two men traded crude emails about women in one 2010 exchange. 2010, you remember, 1 year after Epstein was released from his conviction for prostitution of underage women. So this is the problem. There was this relationship between these two guys. So there is more than that, because you don't simply donate to an organization. Epstein wouldn't just donate this amount of money to this organization if this wasn't, how to say this, some kind of interest. But again, he was paying for women to attend these galas in this Hasty Pudding Institute or whatever. I also realized that he made these donations to remain as a member of the Order of the Golden Sphinx. So yes, this is a thing. In fact, this was you see that donation levels. You see that the donation levels to be let's say one of the higher ups at that organization. So he wanted to be in good terms with this guy. But who is this guy anyway? Why are we talking about him? And so as I began to, let's say, going down the rabbit hole, what kind of mother of scandals is he related to? But maybe he's just related to this hasty pudding, Jeffrey Epstein donated and that's it. But no, there was more to this Andrew Farkas guy. I hope that you're following. No, I know that is a bit crazy, this connection of events. In late 2025, it was reported that Andrew Farkas settled a federal lawsuit filed under pseudonym John Doe. The lawsuit accused Farkas of encouraging a third party, Angelica Parker, to send him sexually explicit videos of her and the plaintiff without the plaintiff's consent. All right, so, okay, that sounds like something that a friend of Jeffrey Epstein would do. Which other political and business controversies? He had a connection to Andrew Cuomo. He had ties to Epstein businesses. And I noticed that it was revealed that Epstein owned a 50% stake in Virgin Islands Marina, American Yacht Harbor, in partnership with Farkas Company. So they were not only related from this, I don't know, charity or something, the other organization, the one that organized this galas and stuff, but they were also business partners in American Yacht Harbor, which was specialized in, well, the name says it all, in the yacht business. And we know that how the yacht business, I'm not saying that the yacht business is bad in itself, but it's bound to stuff. We could address that as stuff. Okay. So this Andrew Farkas is involved in several charitable and environmental initiatives. The Hasty Pudding Institute of 1770. Farkas has served as the chairman of his Harvard-affiliated organization. Remember that Jeffrey Epstein also wanted to be really close to all these scientists, to all these donors, to be the nucleus, the traffic light between all of them. He has also Andrew Farkas supported initiatives that focus on youth development. All right. And this is what I found interesting as well. His philanthropic work includes environmental conservation, particularly in the Caribbean. Oh, all right. Let me know more about the Caribbean. So, in the Caribbean, Andrew Farkas was focused on the dominant owner and operator of yachting-oriented resorts and marinas. And he had already sold his business for almost $500 million in 2022. He was, responsible for Yacht Haven Grande. And this was a first major Caribbean project, which began in 2001 and opened in 2007. It was a premier mega yacht destination that includes a luxury retail and dining complex. That sounds like, where many rich people and very rich people and billionaires would hang out. So again, that is very important. That would have been fundamental for Jeffrey Epstein to hang out with this guy. There was an interest from a business and, the charitable perspective and inviting women, paying for women to attend those galas, having a good time. Jeffrey Epstein's little girls. Again, this, I don't want to sound like Candace Owens here, but you don't tell me that this string of not only events or circumstances doesn't make you at least raise an eyebrow. Okay, this is way too. This is like if you told me, okay, no, this guy Andrew Farkas has nothing to do with the Caribbean. He's involved with, I don't know, the Scandinavia or something. That it would end there. Because as far as I know, but I could be wrong, Jeffrey Epstein was more interested in the Caribbean than in the Scandinavia, for reasons, of course. But no, it seems that they were into this entanglement. And also, American Yacht Harbor, Farkas purchased this marina in 2007. It was later revealed that Jeffrey Epstein was a 50% passive investor in this specific property. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. And it's not over. It's still not over. It goes deeper. And who knows? This is what I could find. Yeah, Grayville Phase, international waters. We're talking about international waters. So you have yachts, you have billionaires, you have international waters. I think that is the perfect combination to have a good time, do a business, among other things. But again, that is not all. In 2015, the $3.5 billion Bahamar resort in the Bahamas collapsed into a legendary bankruptcy that nearly tanked the nation's credit rating. But the murky detail: while the original developer was ousted, Andrew Farkas' Island Capital Group was retained by the Chinese state-owned contractor to help manage the bankruptcy and find a new owner. That was convenient as well. The Chinese state-owned contractor. Okay, so Chinese government involved in this. Nothing to see here. You remember all these connections, all this stuff. Again, this is as far as I could go. Let's say I ran out of tips about this, but maybe you can help me. Remember that my email is right there in the description of this video. Many crazy stuff from one email. You can think that email was something, but turned out to be something else, and it brought us down an interesting rabbit hole, not gonna lie. But I would like to know, what do you think about this in the comments? My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the bottle language guy. Much love and bliss.